good morning. I was not supposed to come in here. What? Sounds like I'm in a room together with you guys. I am. Welcome to the meeting. The morning meeting. I hope everyone has their pen and papers for the schedule today. We'll see that Paul has, as always, forgot to do his homework. What the hell? Anyway, as you guys can see, this is not me. This is not me. Shit. What the hell is happening today? The thumbnail is not me. Because this is future Sandra, I guess. Because the other reading was recorded some days ago. But I realized that today is not the weekend. So ignore that I mentioned the weekend in this reading, but now that I do, there might be something that's connected with the weekend. Let's just say that. Yeah. But that means that I am going to pre-record the weekend reading. But it will still be tied together with this reading. I feel I'm very dramatic suddenly. Is it spring? Is it summer? What is it? It's the new portal. But okay, I'm not gonna, you know, meeting ended. Thank you guys for showing up today, everyone. And I will cut to past Sandra. Good morning, good weekend. We have the candle. A little bit of it. Today I am using Heavenly Bodies Astrology. Haven't used it for a very long time, but I think it's fitting for the weekends. And I'm also going to touch a little bit upon the full moon in Scorpio because that it hits this weekend. Right. If you want to look things up in your birth chart, look at where you have Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, Pisces and Cancer. From 20 to 25 degrees. It's going to impact you more in those areas where you have that. But now that this is a Scorpio full moon, very lovely full moon, it does bring deep transformation. It brings endings. Obviously it is a full moon, but it also brings rebirth now that it is Scorpio. But there is a lot of focus on emotional shifts with this full moon. Obviously it's something that's also connected with the weekend, now that this full moon hits around that time. It's also about identity shifts. It also connects with big moments in relationships. It connects with self-worth, money, values. Is that what you call that? Values, right? I always have a problem with that word. The nice thing about full moons, especially the Scorpio full moon, is that it always comes with clarity. It brings clarity and it brings closure. It sometimes, it being in Scorpio, asks us to dig a little deeper. Scorpio energy likes to dig very deep. The depth and the taboo of things. So pay attention to where you need to look closer when it comes to that. Don't be afraid of digging a little deeper to find the truth or to find the clarity. It might be a little hidden because that is the Scorpio energy, but the Taurus energy really helps bring even more of it in. But at the same time, the Scorpio energy also helps bring things to light. So when it comes to the cards that came up for today, the first card we have is House 3. So it's all about the third house. Some of you guys might feel this full moon in the third house, but regardless, now that the cards are here, 616, that's new relationship incoming, but it's also balance in connections and relationships. But third house is all about early learning, childhood, relations, the rational mind, and communication. The second card we have is fire, confidence, optimism, passion, and bravery. And that is obviously ruled by Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So might be something that's being activated in a way in your chart. The last card is the house 9, so the 9th house. It's all about spiritual growth. It's all about expansion and exploration. By the way, one thing that I forgot to say that's connected with the reading I posted on Sunday with the week ahead reading, which is still connected with this energy, because I did say that flowers might play a big role, and this Scorpio full moon is called the flower moon, so I wanted to share that. Pay attention to flower symbols, might guide you. I don't understand why, even if I am putting new batteries into the camera, that it decides to be drained in matter of nothing. Anyway, maybe the camera also needs a break. I do feel with these cards that this weekend brings a sense of spark and a sense of curiosity, especially with the fire card being in between the 3rd and the 9th house. So something is most definitely being activated here. For a lot of you guys, there is a strong sense, there's a strong focus when it comes to your voice and how you share your truth. So regardless of what it is that you're doing in the weekend, it is actually a great time for you to channel this energy. It could be through speaking, singing, writing, if it's public speaking, singing, or if it's something you're just doing for yourself. Like maybe you have a lot of thoughts that you just need to journal about. It could be connected with you know, early learning. Could be connected with childhood, relations, so people around you. Could be connected with the rational mind. Obviously there could also be something about communication, like someone that you are speaking with about something. But it's very, very healing, and again, like I said, it is connected with the full moon because it's being activated strongly in the weekend. But speak what's on your mind. Again, with the Scorpio full moon, we are being asked to release stuff, and the best way of doing that is speaking it out, communicating it, or writing. Again, if you don't want to speak with people about it, then write it. But there needs to be a release when it comes to words in this weekend. It needs to come with some kind of release. If it's something you've been holding in that you want to say to someone, and it doesn't have to be linked together with big feelings. It could be for some of you, but it could also just be like you're speaking openly about your struggles with someone, or that you are stressed, or maybe it's connected with, again, a passion project. You're like excited about something, but always focus on the release that the words are going to bring. Really try to make it obvious that it needs to bring some kind of release, something you can let go and get it out of your system in a way, because it does feel like you're reclaiming or regaining or reigniting some kind of fire and some kind of passion inside of you. So it sparks something new in a way. It's the rebirth, letting go of the fear of saying something and then speaking it out and realizing that it actually brings a spark, or it ignites something. Let your passion lead, no matter what this is about, during this weekend, especially with your words. Let your passion lead. Be brave. Be optimistic. Be confident. Be confident. Yeah, express without apology. Obviously we did have to change the battery, so now you guys can only see a little bit of the candle, but it's here. I can't even remember what I said before, but I do feel, also because there's something I just paid attention to here, both these two cards actually have the same image in it, and they're not even linked together, so that's even more crazy. So there might be something with synchronicities as well, but one thing that comes through here is, first of all, freedom. Again, the freedom to do something you really want to do instead of holding back. But also, again, spiritual growth, it makes sense. Whatever happens in the weekend, it's a part of spiritual growth, a part of maybe soul contract, or the ending of a lesson, so that you can, you know, step out into the new. Like you have finished something, in a way. Something you have healed, overcome. But I think you need to have a bigger vision in your life. Like, think about traveling, and it can be expanding in a way, like expanding your mind, travel further mentally, emotionally, or in with your dreams and your visions, but it can also be physically traveling. You need to expand, you need to think bigger. Like, your spirit guides and spirit, the universe is nudging you to think bigger. You need to think, yeah, you need to think bigger than what you have already done. In all directions, I heard. So, love, self-worth, like about yourself, about your body, about your mind, about your spirit, about philosophy, about work, creativity, the sensual energy. Trying to use my words carefully here. You're being asked to expand, you're being asked to think bigger here. Again, bring confidence into it. Be optimistic, be passionate, be brave, communicate. There's something you're letting go of when it comes to early learning. I'm gonna say what I have said before. Early learning, childhood, relations, the rational mind, and communication. It doesn't work, something, yeah, like there's something from the past doesn't work anymore. Dive into philosophy, dive into spiritual insights, because that is the 9th house. It's this energy of like trusting what you are growing beyond the old limits. And finally, like beginning to walk towards your dreams and what you're in alignment with. Just pay attention to this like single little star. This is going to be a big reading for you. Remember yesterday's reading, we had this energy of like emotionally and mentally you have already, or you are relocating. So the last step is coming into action here. But think about this, what is holding you back? Because if you are relocating, there was a shift in energy, in frequency. Because the sound bounced off something. If you are, once again, if you are, thank you. It's like you are, yeah. That's funny. Wow, I haven't experienced that before. Well, I am learning about frequencies at the moment, so if you're already relocating mentally and emotionally, what does that mean? Think about that. What are you letting go of? Also funny that I had that experience. I don't know if you guys could hear this, like the frequency bounced off something. Like it made like a very clear sound in a way. But it's interesting that it happened with the 9th house, the spiritual growth. I do want to see if I can find a book. Oh, it's right here. There you go. And just see what else you're activating with the 9th house. I don't think there's a lot of information in this book. I think that's why I didn't use it much, because I was like, oh. I guess we talked about Virgo last time. So we are talking about the 9th house. 9th house, please. Think bigger. No. There's no information in there. 9th house, fate. It's connected with 3 of Wands. What are you longing for? What are you longing for? Again, where or what brings you confidence? What makes you optimistic? What makes you passionate? And what makes you brave? Like, pay attention to what brings you that now. Obviously travel, long journeys, a sense of adventure, exploring new front lines, traveling outside yourself, spiritual journeys, relationship with foreigners, so relationships with people from other countries, understanding other cultures, philosophy, the occult, wow, that word, astrology, divination, the older form. So maybe some of you guys are really, well, at least like frequencies and tarot and stuff like that. I feel like something you're awakening when it comes to the older ways of doing things. There could also be something with publishing houses, editors, magazines, books, card games, vision boards. We did speak about this energy of something with a book, right, some days ago. If you haven't done your vision board, I actually haven't done that yet, but I have spoken with a friend about it. Maybe this weekend is the weekend where we are doing that. Because now we know what it is that we want. We might have been unsure about what belonged in our future, because we were still letting go of old chapters and old fears. What was holding us back, what was limiting us in a way. And now you stand free to actually choose. Nothing is holding you back. Your mind is not holding you back, your emotions are not holding you back. So what is it that you want? There might also be something with horses, dogs. Good luck. Yeah, the media. It's very, very exciting because something big is happening this weekend. And I know that we have spoken about this many times, but we all, again, our mind need to learn to catch up to our heart. And I think one thing that we, you and I have learned the past many moons that I have done YouTube. I think it's almost 5 years actually. Wow. It is trusting and following our heart. And it's not something we learn in 5 days. It's not something we learn in 1 year. This is something we learn throughout our life. And I can hear my voice is bouncing off something again. So apparently I speak, I don't know, I speak the truth. I speak something, but that's very interesting. We are awakening and tapping into something new. And it attracts new people, or the right people. Yeah, like I shared on Instagram, like the truth behind the new tattoo, because it's also connected with soul contracts. And it's connected with cutting away illusions and opening up for the new. I do need to put cream on it. If you're watching Miguel, I promise I'm going to put cream on it the moment I shut off the camera. But there it was again. What is happening actually? What dimension am I in right now? Something is shifting and changing, and you have done the work. Some of you guys, you have been with me since day one, which is crazy to think about. We have been through so much. And some of you guys, you have been through with me since yesterday, maybe even, or last week or whatever. But regardless, I'm very grateful for all of you. I'm excited to see what this new adventure journey brings us. Yeah, and I think the upcoming years, it's time to do a meet and greet. It sounds so big. To do a meetup, meet and greet. Well, I guess that's what you call it, isn't it? But I do want to get together with all of you. Kiri and I did talk about doing something with, like, maybe meeting up in UK or in London or something, and then go to the park with all of you, and then we could do dinner, wine, and tarot. I still think that's a pretty good idea. Yeah, maybe we all should meet up in Glastonbury. Glastonbury, is that what you call that? Glastonbury. I can't remember how you pronounce that now. But it's one of the cities that the psychic told me about, that I'm connected to from a past life. And it's a city that I should travel to in this life. So, maybe that is the place. What do you guys think? Should we go? Should we pack our stuff now? Okay, that's it, people. Thank you guys. I'm going to leave you guys with this. I think that we went through a lot today. Exciting. With that, I'll see you guys on Sunday for the week ahead reading. I wonder. Bye.